दीपक बुझा जला जरा। नर नारी से थई संसार, एक बिना तू जा बेकार। ओ नर नारी से थई संसार, एक बिना तू जा बेकार। पचीस पारस ते उस पार, कैसे पार करे मझधार। पचीस पारस ते उस पार, कैसे पार करे मझधार। छोटा सा कमेला जा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। कहाँ छुपे हो
राजा राम, आजा राम,
दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। रोको इन्हें नहीं जाने दो, अपने घर को फिर आने दो। ओ रोको इन्हें नहीं जाने दो, अपने घर को फिर आने दो। 2 दिन तो तुम्हें इतलाने दो, तेरी दया पर इतराने दो। 2 दिन तो तुम्हें इतलाने दो, तेरी दया पर इतराने दो। मेरा वचन निभा जा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। कहाँ छुपे हो
राजा राम, आजा राम,
दीपक बुझा जला
जा राम।
राजा राम, 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 राजा राम। प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना, प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना, प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना। हरि ओम, हरि ओम, हरि ओम, हरि ओम। सुनिए मोरी रामा बिनय हमरी, सुनिए मोरी रामा बिनय हमरी। मेरी जाऊंगी, मेरी जाऊंगी तुझको बने गगरी। हमें भवसागर पार करना, प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना। ना हमें बल है, ना हमें बुद्धि, ना हमें बुद्धि, ना हमें बल है, ना हमें बुद्धि, ना हमें बुद्धि, ना हमें धन है, ना हमें शक्ति, ना हमें भक्ति, ना हमें धन है, ना हमें शक्ति, ना हमें भक्ति। हरि ओम, हरि ओम, हरि ओम, हरि ओम। सुनिए मोरी रामा बिनय हमरी, सुनिए मोरी रामा बिनय हमरी। मेरी जाऊंगी, मेरी जाऊंगी तुझको परे गगरी, हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी, हमें
पार करना,
प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार
करना।
चरण धूर से तारे अहिल्या, तारे अहिल्या, चरण धूर से तारे अहिल्या, तारे अहिल्या, दरस करत भये मातु कौशल्या, मातु कौशल्या, दरस करत भये मातु कौशल्या, मातु कौशल्या। हरि ओम, हरि ओम, हरि ओम, हरि ओम। सुनिए मोरी रामा बिनय हमारी, सुनिए मोरी रामा बिनय हमारी, मेरी जाऊंगी, मेरी जाऊंगी तुझको परे गगरी, हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी, हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी, हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी, हमें भवसागर पार करना।
सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार। घनश्यामा, तुम्ही मेरे रामा, तू ही घनश्यामा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार। श्यामा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार। शंभो, हे शिव शंकर, हे शिव शंभो, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार।
प्रेम से बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सकल पंच की जय, जय जय सीताराम। Dear devotees, once more on behalf of the Mandir, a most cordial and special welcome. We are blessed once more by the grace and mercy of Shankar Bhagwan to be present here in this environment of Satsangh, but more so in this holy temple of Lord Shiva. To engage ourselves in this environment of Satsangh, which is the recommended environment to spend as much time as you can in this age of Kali Yuga. For in Satsang, you'll have puja, worship in the feet of the Lord, kirtan, singing and chanting the praises of the Lord with a guileless heart, katha, listening to his divine nitya. Shankar Bhagwan reiterates, it's only when his mercy shower our good karmas accumulate, we can be here. So considering this, we consider ourselves highly blessed. A special welcome again to all bhaktas and devotees who normally join with us on our live stream, YouTube, and our Facebook page. Streaming live by members of the Sanagar Hindu Youth Group from the Sanagar Hindu Temple, branch number 67 of the SDMS of Ojo Road in Sangre Grande, Trinidad, West Indies. A most cordial and special welcome. So devotees, tonight we resort to the Shri Garuda Purana. We have had a break before as we join in Ramayana Katha, celebrating the birthday of, was Adonis, right? Okay. So having had puja, kirtan and katha, we join in Bhagavan's katha. Let us sit upright. We clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. Meditate again on that lotus-like form of Bhagavan Vishnu. Visualize the Lord possessing the dark hue complexion, a beautiful crown upon thy head. Char bhuja with 4 arms, one the sangh, the other the chakra, the third the gada, the fourth a lotus flower. A beautiful mala made of the wild sylvan flowers garland the Lord. The Lord resides on Shesha, that eternal serpent, whilst dear Lakshmi is massaging his feet, and all the divinities surround the Lord. They are praising him as we join. As we keep our focus on the lotus-like feet of the Lord, we rever the various divinities, beginning with Shri Ganesh. Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswatiyai Namaha. Shri Guru Charana Kamalibhyo Namo Namaha. Om Yam Brahma Vidanta Vido Varante Param Pradhanam Purushanta Thanye Veshwargate Karanam Ishwaram Va Tasmai Namo Vegana Vinashanaya Vinadhare Vipula Mangaladana Shile Bhaktarti Nashini Viranachi Harisha Vande Kirti Prade Akhila Manorat De Mahare Vidya Pradayini Saraswati Naumi Nityam. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Mukham karoti vachalam pangulangyate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramananda madhavam. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patiye Namaha. Ram Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Tatuliyam Shri Ram Nam Varane. He Rama Purushottama Narhari Narayan Keshava Govinda Garuda Vajaguna Nideta Murda Madhava. He Krishna Kamalapati Yadupati Sitapati Shripate Vaikuntadipate Characharpate Lakshmipate Pahimam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishna Vande Jagadguru. Nama Vijnana Rupaye Paramananda Rupine Krishnaya Gopinathaya Govindaya
Namo Namah.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Gau Brahman Hitaya Cha Jagadithaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namam. Yam Brahma Varuna Indra Maruta Stunavanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangpar Kramumanishadai Kariyantiyam Samadha Dhyanavastita Targate Namanasa Pashyantiyam Yogino Yashyantang Navido Sura Sura Ganadevai Tasmai Namaha. Om Nagendra Haraya Trilochanaya Bhashamangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhyaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. Om Namah
Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Chama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swatha Namostute. Namastute Vyasa Vishala Budhe Pularavendra Yatapatra Netraha Yena Tvaya Bharata Talya Purana Prajvalito Jnanam Pradeepaha. Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nija Mana Mukura Sudha Varno Raghuvar Vimala Yasha Yodayaka Om Budhhin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vedya Devu Moyi Arhu Kale Shavikar Siyapati Ramachandra Sharanam Nath Mama Sankat Haru Hari. Prem se बोलिए अयोध्यापति रामचंद्र की जय. We praise the divine goddess Saraswati Mata once more as customary crave her blessing. Bless us so much that we always possess that sharp and broad intellect, to have good memory, eloquence in our speech, melody in our voice, creativity in our hands, mastery of our musical instruments, all in the field of fine arts and talents. Daya Raksha Shama Karo. Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata. Jai 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 Shri
Saraswati Mata.
Oh Jai 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 Sri Rama Radhika Ma. Jai 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 Shri
Saraswati Mata.
Oh Jai 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 Shri
Saraswati Mata.
Prathama Vinavamai Sri गणेश को दूजे सरस्वती माँ लीजे मैं विनवती न देवा को जो यह सृष्टि चला लीजे मैं विनवती न देवा को जो यह सृष्टि चला जय जय जय
श्री सरस्वती माता
ओ जय 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 श्री रमा राधिका माँ जय 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 श्री
सरस्वती माता
ओ जय 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 श्री
सरस्वती माता
चौथे मय बिनवा पंच सभी को ज्ञान तुझे उलधाम श्री गरुड़ पुराण अनुपम करनी भवसागर पार करा श्री गरुड़ पुराण अनुपम करनी भवसागर पार
करा
ओ जय 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 श्री
सरस्वती माता
ओ जय 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 श्री रमा राधिका माँ जय 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 श्री
सरस्वती माता
ओ जय 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 श्री
सरस्वती माता
ओ जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता और शक्ति सरस्वती देवी माता की जय Praise again to Sanatan Dharam, this noble pathway of life our forefathers left us with. Second to none in the universe. We follow a pathway of life that is second to none in the universe, devotees. The underlying quotation of the oldest scripture, the four Vedas says, if you live for the sake of your dharma will protect you. Hinduism is not a religion in inverted commas. You have to live it. First thing, you can't be a lazy person to be a Hindu, because you have to practice to get up before sunrise. Think about it. You have to do your daily devotion and giving thanks to God and so on. Then you go and do your duty. Your duty is what? Your job. You perform your duty, devotees, with dedication. Anytime you see you collect money and didn't sweat for it, and you collect it and you didn't work for it, that is money under false pretense. You have to work for it, then it becomes of use to you. Always think about that. We have in the calendar, in the Hindu calendar, even the English calendar, as a Hindu, you are occupied from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. You don't have to go anywhere else to remove boredom, because you are fully active with your activities. Just think about it. So much occasions we have in Hinduism, and we only celebrate a few here, and there's still plenty. We just had the Bhajan Sangam that take place, which was a great success, thanks to everyone. We have regular Thursday night Satsangh. Next week, Tuesday is Full Moon Katha. Think about it. Next month, we have a 9 nights Ramayana annual Yagya from the 14th of August to the 23rd of August. Right? Then you have again devotees. The month of Shravan comes in there. The Mondays are dedicated to Lord Shiva. It's the most auspicious month. Then you have Ganesh Utsav. You have Pitra Paksh, 2 weeks. Then you have Ram Leela, 11 days. Think about it, from the 16th of October. Soon after that is Diwali. Soon after that is Kartik. Soon after that is Gita Jayanti. And every full moon is Full Moon Katha. You see what I'm telling you? Right in your way of life, you have so much activities by which you could keep yourself occupied. And I'm telling you, you'll be in a very safe environment. Free from trouble and problems, and you must benefit. You have to benefit. You're bound to benefit. That is what satsang is. So live for the sake of your dharma, and your dharma will protect you. I can do it for you in whatever way God bless you, and you can contribute towards it. It definitely will assist devotees. Everybody play their part. As one body will get it moving. And such is our way of life. We say praise again to Sanatan Dharam. Whatever challenges you face, opportunities you embrace, never swerve from your dharma. Kaho ek baar ye mitro, Sanatan Dharam ki jai ho.
कहो एक बार ये मित्रो सनातन धर्म की जय हो
करो प्रचारो दुनिया में सनातन धर्म की जय हो
करो प्रचार दुनिया में सनातन धर्म की जय हो
परी चाहे कष्ट लाखो ये ना छोड़ो धर्म अपने को परी चाहे कष्ट
लाखो ही ना छोड़ो धर्म अपने को
भले ही प्राण तक जावे ओ सनातन
धर्म की जय हो
ओ सनातन धर्म की जय हो सनातन
धर्म की जय हो
प्रेम से बोलिए सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय We join in praises to Bhagavan once more. प्रभु जी मेरे आवो 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 ओ भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम भजले गोविंद
भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम
ओ प्रभु जी मेरे आवो प्रभु जी मेरे आवो
प्रभु जी मेरे आओ
चारी उरा मेरा भय उदासी
चारी उरा मेरा भय उदासी
अखिया हरि दर्शन की प्यासी
अखिया हरि दर्शन की प्यासी
आँखें मो प्यास मिटावो जी आवो अब आवो प्रभु जी मेरे आवो आँखें प्यास मिटावो
जी आओ प्रभु आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ
प्रभु जी मेरे आवो प्रभु जी मेरे आवो
प्रभु जी मेरे आओ
भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया गई प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम ओ भजले गोविंद
भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंद
ओ प्रभु जी मेरे आवो
प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरी आओ।
बिनती तेरा प्रभु कोई न जाने,
बिनती तेरा प्रभु कोई न जाने।
प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न माने,
प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न माने।
आंखें मुरलियाँ बचावो रे जावो, प्रभु आवो प्रभु जी मेरे आवो।
आंखें मुरलियाँ बजाओ रे जाओ, प्रभु आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ।
प्रभु जी मेरे आवो,
प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ।
भजले गोविंद
भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम।
ओ भजले गोविंद
भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम।
ओ प्रभु जी मेरे आवो,
प्रभु जी मेरे आओ,
प्रभु जी मेरे आवो, प्रभु जी मेरे आवो, प्रभु जी मेरे आवो। बोलो श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सर्वदेवी देवता की जय, साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय 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 सीताराम। Bhagavan Vishnu continues to enlighten us from the Shri Garuda Purana discussion between Garuda and himself. Garuda using the opportunity to engage in Satsangh, the most precious treasure that the human has is time. Time is the greatest treasure that we have, and we don't value it. For every second goes become history that will merge into minutes and hours and days and weeks and months and years. And you know what happened with us? We are growing older and facing to reach a point where what will happen? Lord Maraj is there. It says the messenger of death. Maha is like a cobra set waiting to strike. That's how it is waiting to take this soul from this body. And we reach to that point that we phase down and phase out devotees. Hence, the greatest treasure is time. How much time we have remaining. What already gone, it do have a reverse gear. We can't bring it back. It done gone. What is important is how much time remaining. As youths, you just figure we have plenty time. As old people, we have too much. Right? Nobody could really measure that. Nobody. Because you have young people going faster, old people staying longer, and both ways are happening. So Bhagavan says, use the time, as the bhajan tells us, Jhute janama gavaya sadhu, Jhute janama gavaya. This birth we get as humans was not by guess or coincidence and was not easy. Kagbhusan says in Ramayana, when lower creatures look at us, a tear drop from the eye and the utter silent prayer, Prabhu, when are you going to bless us with this human body? When, Lord, when? They beg for it, they crave for it, and they can't get it because it depends on your karma. Karma is the logical law, devotees. And we who have it, beautiful references are made in Ramayana and other scriptures. This body is like a paras money. What is a paras money? It's an element, when you touch it to iron, it has changed the iron to gold. But it might resemble a piece of glass. And if you don't know it and you see it amongst the gravel, you will kick it away. But the fellow who knows it and what it can do, and you see that, you might be tempted to kick it, you stop one time and you kick it up. You might have on a white quota like me and you wipe it and you hide it away. Because you know what it can do. It can change iron to gold. So devotees, the scriptures tell us, this body is like the paras money. Knowing the great value and how difficult it is to get and what it can do to us, you treasure it. You revere it. You protect it, devotees. You harness it for the purpose for which it was given. And what is the purpose for which it was given? To serve the Lord and His creation with a guileless heart. Just do good whilst you could, when you could, as long as you could, and as much you could whilst you are serving the Lord. It will allow us to achieve the ultimate objective for which we are here in this human body. And what is the ultimate objective? That when we leave this mortal coil, moksha, salvation, or final beatitude can be had. Even self, we didn't reach it for any reason, but you want to come back better than you are. You see it? So you continue the process, working until you could merge up there. So Bhagavan Vishnu devotees explained to Garuda, all of us and every creature, especially the human, when the soul leaves this body, and all this was described in the Garuda Purana, pre-death, death after death. What happens when, what you could do before death takes place, when death happens, disposal of the body and so on, offering of the pindas and tarpan, the dasgatra, which is the shaving ceremony mentioned in the Garuda Purana, so important, where a new body is formed the size of the palm of the hand of the cubit. And in this body, the soul ready to travel. When the first bhandara is done, the soul leaves. How long it takes? One celestial day, which works out to be one human year. Hence why we observe a period of mourning for 1 year. During that course of the year, the soul gets to stop 16 times on the way. And with the sun of making the offerings of tarpan and pinda, the soul receives it. Fully energized, it moves along. Sorry. And when the 15th pinda is offered, which works out to be approximately 11.5 months, then the 1 year bhandara is done to complete the journey of the Atma, after which it faces the Lord as the judge. Vishnu Bhagavan explained, there are 4 gateways to the Lord of Justice: East, North, South, and West, right? You have the East, you have the South, you have the West, and you have the North. The righteous devotees who lives his life knowing the purpose for which he is here, and par upakar, serving the Lord and His creation, doing good with this body, you go along the East, the North, or the West. A person who throws away this paras money, like the person who kicks the element and not knowing the value, you harm God's creation, other creatures, other fellow people and lower creatures. You did not use this body for which it was given. For again, in the 7th month of pregnancy, we promise the Lord will serve Him from birth to death. And when we are born, we get entangled in the web of materialism, forgetting the purpose which we are. We commit karmas that are detrimental to us, and we head down the southern gate. When the life have to leave this body, you have the upper apertures and the lower apertures. The righteous, the soul lives through the upper apertures. The perverse, the wicked, the unsaintly, and so on, the soul goes through the lower, which is the anus or the private part. And definitely you're going down south. On south is the Vaitarani River described. On south there is Tortia, and you talk about the pressures that the soul go through before it reaches there. Accompanied by devotees, the Jamduts, who are the messengers of death. It tells you along and you suffer in the various hellish regions and the karmas that you did and so on, before you come back. And it tells you when you're coming back from hell, where you're going to be born as Chandals and this and that and all the lower species and all these things. Even as humans, the lower types. Yeah. You know, wild tribes and all these things and so on, this is how you come back. But those who strive to move upward and forward, you head along the east, the north, or the western gate. It says, Lord Maraj has come and welcome you himself, worship you and adore you. when you live on the righteous pathway, devotees, and he worships, he honors you, respects, adores. And when it's time to leave, he bid farewell to you too. Right? I mean, knowing this, it is important, devotees, we strive to head in along the east, the north, or the western gate. But east and north is most auspicious. Remember, what we don't do, we cannot undo it. Always remember that. But ahead of us, we can make a difference. And that's where the treasure of time comes in. And that's where you see, Kakmusun tells Garuda in Ramayana, and Raja Parikshit devotees, the Sukdev Muni related him in Bhagavad, the environment of Satsangh is the greatest in Kali Yuga. Why? Because here is the place. Although we have done bad karmas, we could beat out some of them. We could nullify devotees. That is the beauty of Kali Yuga. And whilst you are nullifying them, you begin to build the good ones. So you still stand a better chance. Hence why the importance of this environment of Satsangh. It has to become part of our routine. Right? Now we have so many avenues by which we can get that knowledge. You have through technology, the radio waves, the television stations, and so on. But it's always greater when God bless you with physical fitness to reach in that place. You know why we are blessed here? We are in the mandir of Lord Shiva himself. When you come here, you get the darshan of all these murtis and them. Shankar Bhagavan himself. So keeping satsang in Lord Shiva's temple is double blessing. Right? So Bhagavan Vishnu says, Daughter, I have told you all about the issue of the Lord of Justice, who goes in what direction, along which path. And let me tell you now about an account, devotees, of the coming to birth of people who have done good karmas. People who try their best. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. And that's why we are supposed to keep learning from mistakes. And you're not like a recurrent decimal. You keep going on and on again as you did before. We are supposed to make changes in our life as we go along. We learn, every time you go satsang, at least one thing you should take into it to help you in life. That will help to make a change. When New Year comes, you just make resolutions and so on. So to devotees, satsang is the place where we get the knowledge to uplift ourselves. So let us see what Bhagavan Vishnu says. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswatyai Namaha Guru Charan Kamalebhyo Namo Namam Shri Vishnu Adi Devebhyo Namaha He Garur Dharmat so Swargati ko Bhuktava ko Hari Om Jayate ko Shri Bimale ko Kule Atasya Tasya ko Samutpatim Hari Om Shri Unijadare Vada Yatha ko Vicharan ko Kurute Dehe ko Asmin ko Sukriti ko Jan Hariam Tatahang ko Sruti ko Michami ko Vad ko Me ko Karuna Nidhan Hariam Sadhu Pushtang ko Tvaya Takshi Parang ko Gomyang ko Badamite Yagya ko Vigyana Matrena ko Sarvagyang ko Prajayate Hariam Bachyami Cha ko Sharirasya Swarupang ko Hariam Paramarthi ko kam Brahmand ko guno gunake ko Sampannang ko yoginang ko Hariom dharanya ko padam Sri Vishnu Adi Devi Bhyo Namaha Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. So Garuda devotees continued asking the Lord questions for our benefit that we could get the answer. And what he says, let's find out. Garud ji bole ki he Bhagavan. Garud said, O Lord Vishnu, tell me, धर्मात्मा को स्वर्गति से को भोग विमल को कुल में को उत्पन्न होता है और लिए को माता के उदर से को उसका को उत्पत्ति को हरिओम मुझको कहिए कहे. Garud asked Prabhu, tell me, the righteous man, right, you enjoy heavenly bliss. When you leave here, remember you move from the position of a prey to a pitra. Okay? Sitaram. And then you move up to heavenly bliss. Okay? and enjoying that heavenly bliss, devotees, you come back on earth and is born in a stainless family. When you say a stainless family, a family with good character, with good values, with good traditional issues and so on, right? A family, devotees, that is God's conscious. Nobody is born by guess or coincidence. Nobody, devotees. Everything is based on the logical law, the law of karma. Here Vishnu Bhagwan is saying, when you do good and you get heavenly bliss, if you had to come back here, you're going to be born in a good family. You see it? In Ramayana, devotees, Bhagwan Shri Ram explained to the people of Ayodhya, when karmas are balanced and so on, devotees, and you get a chance to come back, after beating out karmas and doing good with this body, what happened? Your karma will combine with your parents' karma. You're going to be born from this particular mother or father, right? In a particular house, in a particular street number, in a particular village, country, and the world at large. Nobody is born by guess or coincidence. A dog don't reach home by you by guess. Everything is karma. Everything. But doing good, what I'm saying, if you do get moksha and you're coming back, you'll be born back in a good family. The wicked coming from hell that's born back in the others. Right? We don't want to go back down there. He said, tell me how he is produced, devotees, in the womb of the mother. Right? This was a very scientific katha. Okay? And it has a lot of biology that also, as the human physiology, we learn to understand it. There are some high issues in this. Right? Tell me, O Lord, जो पुण्य आत्मा को पुरुष इस शरीर में को वैसा को विचार करता है, वैसे ही को सुनते ही को इच्छा करता है. भगवान श्री विष्णुवे नमः. I would like to hear what in this body again that the man of good deeds think. All right? In this human body, what does go through the mind? Right? Thoughts, devotees, how a man thinketh, so he becometh. Right? Those thoughts as manifest into actions. Okay? What will cause him to think along another line? You see a little child born, and when you watch that child, you could see that child like a devta come down on earth. And you watch a next child, and you could tell he comes straight from hell. When you watch them, you just see the difference. I'm not telling you. Right? Here, devotees, I would like to hear, tell me, O Bhagavan Sri Vishnu, Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Charan Kamalibhyo Namo Namaha. Bhagavan Vishnu bole ki he Garur. Suno, listen. Tumne Sundar ko prashna kiya ki hota hai. You have asked a most beautiful question. Hari Om. Param ko yoga, yoga paniya ko, vishay ko tam ko, Hariom Kurutam eko jisme ko, Vijnana matra se ko, Hariom sarvagya tatva ho ko, Sakate ki hota hai. He said, I will tell you again the supreme secret, even by devotees, hearing of which, by knowing of which, one becomes all-knowing devotees in this manner. Listen again to the real nature of this human body. Remember, there are 8,400,000 species of lives. They fall into 4 categories. By now you should know it. They are called Andaj, Ukmaj, Pindaj, and Astravar. Lives that are born from wombs, mammals. We are the highest. Lives that are born from eggs. Lives that are sweat-born, microscopic and otherwise, and the plant kingdom. Of the 8,400,000, the highest body the soul could ever get to come and live in, Bade Bhagya Manusha Tanupava, is this human body. The devatas has begged to get this body and they can't get it. You see? Others beg, other creatures beg for it. And everything is based on our work ethics. Karma plays that part. All right? So here he says again here, Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Parmathi ko sharir mein ko kya kata hai, jo ko Brahman ko guno ke sampati ko yogino ko je ko dharan, Hari Om Sri Yogya hai. He said, devotees, listen again. The real nature of this body which produces devotees, the multitudes of universal egg, that universal egg itself. What is that universal egg? Bhagwan is a universal egg, and we are like that bulb, as we may say, and we are the sparks, which are the souls, the individual atmas. The Lord is Paramatma, and we are, right, the individual atmas or the soul. It comes just like the Lord is a big bulb, and we are like the little sparks from that bulb emanating all over in the universe. Right? That Bhagavan himself is that universal one. That's why when the universe is, you have pralaya and everything reabsorbed, it goes back into that cosmic egg, oneness with Prabhu. It says here, Hari Om Bhagavan Bhakti Kevalam, the object of concentration, devotees of the yogis. Right? That master of the universe, the yogis realize in themselves, they keep their focus on that aspect of the Lord. Hari Om jisme ko yogin ko pat ko chakra ka chinta ko karte hai, vaise ko Sri Brahmarand me ko Chidananda rup me ko dhyan suno ki hota hai. Here how the yogins perform the meditation, devotees, right? A person knowing himself and knowing the purpose for which he is here, okay, and realizing his true self, who he is. The early o'clock in your life, you could do this to realize we are not this body, but we are the Atma or the soul, the eternal spark of God. Although the body is slain, the soul is not. It is immortal, the most ancient thing in the universe. No weapon has been invented to destroy it. No water can drown it, and no fire can burn it. It is the eternal spark of God. The body is a house, but the highest house in God's creation of Chaurasi Lakh. And this body is not an ordinary body. This body, devotees, was made really for. What the body was designed for? Serving the Lord. So the yogins, that is the one whose third eye has been awakened or opened and could see beyond the materialism of this world, begin to realize his purpose for which he is here. And you begin to work towards achieving that, devotees, by opening up the chakras in this body. This body have points of awakening you call chakras or kundalinis. That's a very deep topic. And by, yogic practice, we are able to awaken them and lift the life force gradually. At least I say we should try to get this third eye open, the eye of intuition. But unlike the yogis in the Himalayas, they bring it up to the highest point up here. It's where the Churkis, you call that the pineal gland, the seat of the soul. And they communicate, devotees, in that abstract state called Maha Samadhi. The yogis are human like you and I. We could do it if we wish to. But what happened? We are entangled in the web of materialism. Right? Again, let me just draw a reference. Let us look at the least time span of a human. We say 3 scores and 10, 70. All right? From the 70 years, let us take away, let me say 20 years, right? You grew up as a child, growing up, you had to go to school, all everything, and qualify to get a job in this world. Everybody had been literate and so on. So let's say from 20 years, and say about 50 years, 20 to 50, 30 years, right? Because from 50, when you're young, you feel you would not get old, and when you're healthy, you feel you wouldn't get sick. When you hear that the clock hit you at 50, you just start to see everything. The foot, a little pain start to come in. Doc say, well, you have diabetes now, pressure going up, this, that, all them things and so on. And you now studying the health of your body, you can't concentrate. When you're to be able to be spiritually fit, you have to be physically fit. So when is the best time? Let me look at between, say, 20 to 50, about 30 years in life. How much of that 30 years do we spend for the purpose of God for which we are here? Think about it now. How much? Check 30 years. And we main objective is to serve the Lord, but how much of that 30 years, right, do we really serve the Lord? That is where the yogis is coming, who know the difference, find themselves in satsang and holy environments and dedicated themselves in this way. But majority, where they go? They see the world outside as real and true. Do din topa hunai jagat me maya me bharamaya. Materialism attracts you to the extent, and you begin to get into it, and you know how it is? It's like a spider's web spun. God make the spider to spin a web. When it's hungry, anything coming, you go trap it under the food. And that is how the Maya is out there. We are entangled in the Maya materialism. We get caught up in it. Me have time for God yet, boy. I can't go in the temple, boy. I'm busy, boy. You see, next year, sure, I'm going to start, and we make the excuses in this way to find time for the real purpose for which we are here. And this which we really dedicated your whole life for. Look at the irony in it. One knock on your door, just one, Who are you? I am Jamdut. You have to go today? You serious? He said, yes, you have to go today. You're on top of the list, He said, but what's about the house? I ain't get to finish it. And the car and this and that and what all the assets and this and that. He said, Maha can help you, You know how it's going to help you? If you use it for the purpose of dharma. Now you see, materialism is twofold, right? One aspect is knowledge and the other aspect is ignorance, right? With knowledge, we can use materialism, right? Build good karmas with it by using it in that direction to support dharma. Again, it tells you, like a man blessed with wealth, the greatest way is to use it for charitable purpose, for the sake of your dharma and so on. Right? You'll be building good karmas and burning bad ones in that respect. Serving the Lord and His creation with a guileless heart. Even you might not have that, your physical self, whatever skill, talent, all these things that you have, you use it in that way. With knowledge, you go do that. With the ignorance, you go flaunt life. You flaunting life, Life nice, boy. Let me enjoy it while I could, The fella said, John Hoy, Ton Hoy, how he hang, so he swing. He ain't but any Sunday, following Monday, Good Friday, and Saturday. Eat, drink, and marry, and have a good time. They feel that is life. You see? Not knowing this Mahakal awaits us. And what we're doing meanwhile with that, we are building karmas, good and bad. So with knowledge, you can use the Maya. We have to live in Maya. Nobody here living in a forest by yourself on that tree. We are living in a world, we are the householders. You must have the basic house, shelter, clothing, food, shelter, clothing. Today are other necessaries that you've got to have in your life. To bring up, maintain a family today, you must have a job, right? You want comforts in life, nothing is wrong. You know, let me tell you something, When Arjuna in the Mahabharata, he tells Krishna Bhagavan, he said, Lord, let me go home and meditate, and you want me to fight Karam Yoga? So Krishna Bhagavan tell him, he said, yes. He said, no, why you had to fight? You're a householder. You have a wife and you have children. You want to go around and meditate? You want licks. You want to have a wife and 5 children and rock in a hammock whole day? You want licks. You have to get up, be active. You have to provide for them, nurture them, bring them up as good citizens of the land and so on. So we are this. But whilst in it, we have to have the constraints. We have to keep our focus. And if we use Dharma to guide us, Dharma will uplift us to allow us to achieve the purpose for which we are here. Anytime you want to do it on your own, I, the ego, you're going to find yourself in trouble. And when karmas are committed, devotees, they are documented by Chitra and Gupta. Right? And these what come against us when we go up there. Hence why Satsangh continues to remind us of our true purpose for which we are here. Nobody is perfect 100%. That's why we don't hear. But we have a privilege where you can burn bad karmas and build good ones. And these type of environments was what is recommended. The great thing Tulsidas knew, it wouldn't be long, more than 2 hours. Eka ghari adhi me puniyar tulasi sangat sadhu ke kati kotya parar. Because man attention span will get lesser and lesser and lesser. He will not be able to concentrate properly, gets fed up fast, even to get the true interpretation of the scriptures and so on, he will not. So maximum is 2 hours in satsang, but had to be right. We just keep satsang on a Thursday. Look how fast Thursday does reach back. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see how fast you go finish. And the same if you develop the liking for it, you'll get a pressure when you miss one. You want to be here because it has something here to help us devotees. So open up the chakras. Today it has so much knowledge that we can get through the social media, through books and educated ones and so on. How this yogic practice can take place to help us to open these chakras or the kundalinis. It's only when you open these chakras or kundalinis and you begin to lift the life force, gradually you're going to see the world on a different, how you call it, level. Right? Because the third eye will begin to open, and only when this third eye open, these 2 physical eyes could see within a boundary. And the boundary is called materialism. It can't go beyond. But when this third eye is open, the sight is limitless and it's beyond materialism. And this is the third eye that allows us to see our true self, who we are, not this body, but the Atma or the soul. Right. Now, it's like devotees, you see, what it tells you here, such a person will born back in a noble family, where there's good upbringing, where there's good learning and all these things and so on. And you know what we just tend to say? A person born with a gold spoon. You're not really born with a gold spoon, you know, you work for it. But you could get a gold spoon and throw it away too. Isn't it? You have plenty born with the gold spoon and they throw it away. The gold spoon is supposed to help you to elevate yourself along that particular line to merge back in oneness with God. But if you get caught up in materialism again, you're in trouble. So we have to, Lakshman tell Guha in Ramayan, we are yogis when the third eye starts to open. But the only time you consider a yogi that has been fully awakened from the slumber devotees is when you develop an aversion for materialism. Yeah. Once you start to grab after materialism, check how much time is spent with us devoting to materialism. Check it. Out of that 30 years, I tell you, check how many minutes or hours do we spend really for the purpose for which we are here, which is to merge in oneness with God or to achieve the Lord. And it's so, I mean, all of us just go to a funeral. You talk for the amount we're doing. When you go to a funeral and you watch somebody, it should leave you with food for thought, you know. This man spent so much years upon this earth, killing himself, working, making, building, and not one single thing you could carry. Anything you put in that coffin, it will be burnt to ashes, if in the fire or rot in the ground. Although people are feeling they could use it. The Egyptians used to believe that, they will use it hereafter. But nothing you could carry from this world. And that's why, devotees, we have to be on the alert of it. We have to live in it, but learn to live out of it at the same time. And this is where this beautiful bhajan comes in. These bhajans, you just only hear them when you go funeral, but it's meant for when you live in. Jyoti Janamagavaya Sadhu, don't waste this gifted life which is so difficult to get, this human body. For nobody really belongs to you. You come alone and you're going to go alone. Right? The only person that's await you is Dharti Mata, Mother Earth. Your father is not yours, your mother is not yours, brother, sister, wife, husband, nobody. Look how sarcastic again. Before the funeral go, you tell the daughter-in-law, throw a lot of water in front of the hearse. You know what you're saying there? Please don't come back, But whole life we love you so much. Father's Day, Mother's Day, all kind of anniversary. And you talk about gift? We love you so much. I'm already telling you, keep moving, don't come back, And you have to cross that vitality and answer for yourself up there. Nobody is there to help you. So that's what they tell you. All that is perceived by the senses of perception, they just make you believe it's real and true, but it's a mirage. What is a mirage? A make-believe. The Westerner is traveling on the desert. His canteen of water runs dry, and the horse falls down and dies. And he's walking, going, and all his mouth is parched, with the heat. He sees a pool of water, and he runs to dive in it, and his dead son. That's how a mirage. It does make you believe it's real and true, but it's not. So we have to learn to balance the life, right? Just think about it in this time. Look where Mr. Ramnarayan does live, and when I reach here, he done there already. Every Thursday, Mr. Ramnarayan and his madam is here. You know where I'm living? I don't know if all you know where Mr. Ramnarayan lives in. Past Mayaro, going up, they call it Mafikin. Nobody is making that kind of sacrifice. Right? Why? When you get to realize the purpose for which you are here, and the knowledge, devotees, is what you want to help you to elevate. And that's why the Bhajanwali comes back and tell you, Satsangh ki Ganga bahi hai. Gravitate to these types of environment, which is Satsangh, where worship to the Lord takes place, singing and chanting His praises and listening to His divine katha. By bathing in Satsangh through the cup of the air, just like bathing in the Ganges in India, sins are washed away, so too Satsang has the power to wash it away and elevate. Let us hear. Jhute janam gavaya sadhu, jhute janam gavaya o sadhu, jhute janam gavaya. Jhute janam
gavaya sadhu, jhute janam gavaya sadhu, jhute janam gavaya.
एक पिता के हम सब लड़के, धरती हमरे माता। ओ
एक पिता के हम सब लड़के, धरती हमारी माता।
कुटुम्बक वीरा संगन साथी, कुटुम्बक वीरा संगन साथी, कौल रंग बजाया साधु, झूठे जन्म गवाया ओ साधु, झूठे जन्म गवाया, झूठे जन्म गवाया साधु,
झूठे जन्म गवाया
ओ साधु।
साधु ज्योति
Don't waste this gifted body. दो दिन तो पहुनाई जगत में माया में भरमाया ओ
दो दिन तो पहुँचाई जगत में माया में भरमाया
ओ धन दौलत कुछ काम नुआवे
धन दौलत
कुछ काम नुआवे छूट जाएगी यह काया साधु झूठे जन्म गवाया ओ साधु
ज्योति जन्म गवाया
झूठे जन्म
गवाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया ओ साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया
सत्संग की गंगा बही है कोमल जिसका धारा ओ
सत्संग की गंगा भरी है कोमल जिसकी धारा
करिय स्नान विमल कर काया करिय स्नान विमल कर काया पापिन पाप कराया साधु झूठे जन्म गवाया ओ साधु
ज्योति जन्म गवाया
झूठे जन्म गवाया
साधु
झूठे जन्म गवाया ओ साधु झूठे जन्म गवाया ओ साधु झूठे जन्म गवाया The bhajan is telling us, do not waste this gifted body. Anytime you waste something, you throw it away, you'll be glad for it someday. Nothing should be wasted. This body which is so difficult to get, the highest in God's creation, what we got to do? Serve the Lord and His creation with a guileless heart. Just do good whilst you could, when you could, as long as you could, and as much as you could. Look for avenues. God bless you and you could do good. Use it for that purpose. These will help us to build these good karmas. So get on the pathway of God's consciousness by trying to get these chakras or kundalinis open, at least to get your third eye open, so that you could see devotees, your true self, who you are. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to be seeing this again, but you're seeing the eternal consciousness of God existing within you, which is the Atma or the soul. Hari Om jaise pavitro Shriman ko dharam, Hari Om Shri पुण्य आत्मा को जन्म की होता है, वैसे माता पिता को नियम की को कहता की होता है, श्री विष्णुवे नमः. Here devotees again, that will allow you to realize yourself and your true maker, the Lord and Master, and begin to focus on the Lord for the purpose for which you are here. He is of good deeds, devotees, and is born in the house of the pure and the prosperous. Such a person, devotees, when you live along this pathway and you have to come back here, you're going to born back in a better home, in a better position. Remember, what we are experiencing here is based on our past karmas. And the future depends on what we do here with the body now. Nothing is free, you have to work for it. We work real hard to reach this position which we are. But at least if you're coming back here, you want to come back just as you are. No worse, you want to come back better. But you have to work for it. And how are you working for it? Serving the Lord and His creation with a guileless heart. Realizing yourself where it is that you could get this knowledge. Satsangh. Today with the technology devotees, you could sit and look devotees and get so much on the social media and so on. All the stations, Jagriti is a Hindu station, you tune into that, you get all the information you want. And other channels you have too. Other stations bring this knowledge. All books in English now. All books, devotees. Anything you want to get on the net, you could get it, devotees. And being born in such a place, devotees, the rites and observances of parents, devotees come in there. You see, in Hinduism, there are really 16 sanskars we should have performed. Before a mother conceives a child, when a child is conceived, growing up in pregnancy, when a child is born, growing up devotees, Namkaran, going to school, this, that. One of the major ones is the marriage ceremony, and the final one is when you die. The funeral rites is called the Antyeshti Sanskar. However, we are observing none of them again, you know. Some people are observing none. Right? Not in the Antyeshti, they want to observe and all too. Think about it. The Viva Sanskar, that would all get well confused into. The marriage ceremony now. Right? But still devotees, that person was born in a home where these rites, rituals, if not the 16 of them, but at least some could be observed then in this manner. Okay? And growing up in this way, then what happened? Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Om. ऋतु का हरिओम ऋतु काल में को 4 दिन को तक को स्त्री के को त्याग कर को इंद्रियों से को प्राप्त की पाए जब तक में शरीर में को रहते तब तक उसका को देखते की होता है. Now devotees, to also bring good children into this world, it will come so easy. You have to be on that pathway, devotees, preparing yourself, both father and mother, in order to bring a good child into this world that will be like the sun up there to bring light to the world. Not a child who will be like a gra or a comet to cause trouble and problem and worries to the whole world, devotees. Let me tell you something. Bhagavad explained. Anytime a mother conceives a child in the Sandhya period, evening going into night, that child go born a demon. And they're coming back for you and me. Time of conception is very important. Preparation, devotees, to conceive a child and so on. So what it tells you here now, we have a lot of biology involved in this and very high knowledge, as we will see, and especially for young parents and so on here. It tells you here, devotees, a lady who goes through her monthly issue, which is the menstruation period, which is common with every female, she's in a state of uncleanliness. After 4 days, she should be avoided for that 4-day period during that time, when it finishes afterwards. Now, why it is considered unclean? Or that female, we may say, but that's a natural thing with ladies. But you tend to be unclean. You're not supposed to, that's why you're not supposed to involve in puja and, religious issues and so on. There was a holy Brahmana called Twasta. That was in Bhagavad Katha. And Indra devotees had killed him. So having killed this Brahman is a terrible sin called Brahmhatya. How to pay back for the sin, right? Ind was in a turmoil. What to do. And certain issues, certain ones came up to help him to pay for that sin. And how it came about. The Mother Earth said, I will help you quarter to pay for that sin by part of me which will become barren. That is the desert. Right? The desert land where nothing will grow, right, will be part of that payment for that sin that you have committed. You see it? The waters of the sea, said Indra, I will help you with another quarter. And what is that? He said, you see the foam that comes up on the shore from the water, right? The sin manifests into that. We thank God to be in that. Especially in tightening high and so on. You remember all the foam that has come up on the edge of the shore when you're coming up there. That foam, devotees, represents quarter of the sin. That the water told Indra they'll help him to pay for that sin by killing the Brahmana. The tree said, okay, we will help you with another quarter of that sin. And what is the other quarter? You will see it manifested in trees that bring gum on the outside. Right? Those type of trees that bring the gum on the outside, that manifest as a part of that quarter sin. And the female world says, Indra, we will help you with the final quarter to pay back for that sin. And the final quarter, or 25%, is what is manifested in the women folk as the menstruation period. That is how it manifests here. Hence why it is considered unclean. So it tells you if you want to bring a good child into this world, 4 days after that menstrual period is only then. In fact, then, she should be avoided for 4 days afterwards, and that is completed. Okay? If you want to bother to conceive a good child, to bring a good child into this world. Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam. So serious it is. Now we are flexible. They tell you you're not even supposed to look at her face. Right? Because of the sin that has occurred due to this effect. Now today we look at it differently. But that sin was manifested by 25% of the sin as the women folk helped Indra to pay back for that sin by destroying the holy Brahmana Twasta. Hari Om Bhagavan Vatsalam Narayan Paramatmaye Govindaye Namo Namah. चतुर्दिन को स्त्रियों के सचल को स्नान कर को शुद्ध होता है और 7 दिन में को हरिओम पितृदेव को तथा को ब्रह्मचार के करने को योग्य की होता है. श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. Having after that cleanse oneself, put on clean clothes and all these things and so on, devotees. All right? And what happened? She becomes pure again after the 4th day. Right? So you see why it's considered. As I say today, we are very flexible. But long time, a lady who would have been in this situation could not interfere where there is prayers and all these things and so on and so on. You had to keep away. Some people who know again the value of it, they still avoid themselves because it's the natural nature of women. But knowing that it's considered to be impure, you avoid it instead of contaminating a holy environment and so on. And from devotees that day, she becomes fit devotees to perform the rites of worship devotees to the forefathers and the Shining One. You pray to the Pitras and the Devatas and beg them, you want to have a child to come into this world that will be like the sun in the sky up there. Not helter-skelter devotees or by guess or coincidence. The Surya Narayan, the Surya Purana tells you, if a couple should worship Bhagwan Surya for 12 years straight, that couple will be blessed with 5 sons. Pancha Sutta say Agini Samana. They will come like fire themselves. Fire for what? To burn away impurities and to stand firm on the pathway of Dharma. Like Shri Ram, bring light to the world and so on. So to get good, you hear people telling you, but I didn't make no penance and this and that, and my had good children, you know. Say thank the Lord. Say thank the Lord. Some good karmas along the line help you with that. All right? But you really want to bring somebody to stand out along that dharmic pathway, you got to prepare. So all these are what you will call the rites, the sanskars, and so on that is going to perform. बादान को होता है वहाँ अक्षा को नहीं की होता है. If a mother conceives a child, right, you'll be bringing a good child into this world, a good son. 7 days after that menstrual cycle is completed, all right, during that period, devotees. And but on the 7th day, it tells you here, it may still be a bit impure to the extent that, but prat art ratri mikobar ko putro ki hupata ki hota hai. But if this happens, devotees, and she enters, she conceives on the 8th day, devotees, sons will be born. Bhagavad Purana explained how it does get a boy child and how it does get a girl child. Right? The X and the Y chromosomes cross and so on. Right? Bhagavad tells you that if a mother is pregnant and you feel the baby kicking on the right side as a boy, and if you feel it kicking on the left side as a girl, Bhagavad explained that. That is in how in-depth our scriptures are. So serious it is, devotees. So if you want to bring devotee sons, they tell you on the 8th day is when sons can be, a mother can conceive a male child. And why does the Hindu wish for a son? So that the son could do your rites when you die with his own hands. Very important too. All right? Narayan Bhakt Yuga Hariyam Yugam ko din mein putra ayuga me ko kanya me utpan ki hota hai. Such sons are born on even nights, and a girl child will be conceived on odd nights. You see it again? So it's something you got to plan. In the Kashika Patra gives plenty detail on that, you know. Right? And the fertilization of the egg and the sperm and so on. When devotees to prepare and good nakshatra and all these things and so on, if you want to bring a good child into this world. Not by guess or coincidence. That's why they tell you that you got to prepare for it. Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Hari Om. इसी प्रकार को 16 रात्रि को स्त्रियों का को सामान्य है, ऋतु को काल में रहता है उसमें की 14वीं को रात्रि में को गर्भधान को होता है, वहाँ गुणनवार को भाग्यवान को धर्म के हरिओम श्री सुबुद्धिमान को सुपुत्र के होता है, वहाँ को रात्रि में भाग्य को पृथ्वी को और को कभी को नहीं को मिलेगा। श्री विष्णु आदि देवेभ्यो नमः भगवान वत्सलम नारायण. It said 60 nights devotees are declared to be common for women, right? For to conceive then in this manner. And the 49 devotees is where the seed devotees will remain there certainly. During the course of that 16th time period they're speaking about, on the 14th, definitely if the egg is fertilized by the sperm, it's going to stay. Definitely pregnancy will come in this manner, right? So all these rites, rituals, you might have, but you see, just normal praying and begging, you just had to pray to God to beg for good children, right? You had to pray to God. You have to make children like a Kuze Mahopach, right? Make a child that will be a light to the world. A child devotees that will make you proud as parents. Okay? And when you see that child, you always bless, blessed you, my child. It has no blessing greater than mother and father blessing. The next one, you see the child, oh God, I don't know why he born for. Think about it. You see, it's not just by guess if you want to have good children. You got to prepare, you got to make sacrifice, devotees, in this way. Hari Om Narayan, and this again is the product, then is produced the righteous son devotees who will be a storehouse of auspicious qualities in him. He will be born as a storehouse of auspicious qualities. And you're a seat in little children. I tell you, watch a child, and the disposition of that child could tell you that child come from heaven. And you watch our next one, and you can know he comes straight from hell. You just see it, devotees. One child only wanted toys to play, and he mashing it up and breaking it up. Oh, Hari Ram. The next child, he want to come and surround by the Murti and start to make friendship with the Devatas and them here. Why that difference? Why? So even self, we are blessed with the good. You see that what I tell you, eh? Becoming a parent is very easy, but being a parent is serious responsibility. Even self-devotees, we could harness our own self and help that child. At least you as your parents do your part. And what is the first obligation we should do with our children? Not buy a book bag and start to send them to school to get a how much degree and masters and how much money you could make in this world. Get the child to be on the pathway of God's consciousness. And how is the start? Start to bring them in environment. I draw a reference, some time ago when Mr. Wayne was doing puja with his son. And he holding the child's hand and showing him how to put the flowers, how to make the arti, all these things and so on. This is what we have to do as parents. You can't let the child come and you stay home or you're gone somewhere else. One person say, the Baba asked the lady, but where the man, I only seen you in the temple, I ain't seen the man, where the man there? She said, well, I like to say Ram, 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 and he like to say Ram, Ram, Ram. So what I gonna do? Parents is mother and father, not mother alone. Long time when you have Govardhan Puja, the amount of couples you see coming to do Govardhan Puja, Rameshwar Puja, and Ayyak. Today's only ladies. Aren't they both already men? No, honestly, I'm telling you. So it's both parents are important in bringing forth a good child. Both have to make sacrifices, devotees. What do we learn from the Ramayana? When Kausalya felt she was impregnated, what she started to do? A mother must stay clean during pregnancy. Always be clean, put on clean clothes and stay pure. She should pray a lot. She should be in holy environments. Do not lie, much less to thief and all them things and so on. Charity, give a lot. Give as much as God could bless you to give. That child will come out charitable, right? Do eat pure foods. What is pure food? Kanda mula phal. Vegetarian food is pure food. You see? We believe the other things, we can't get the nutrients from this, we have to go so for it. No, devotees. And be in that holy environment where Bhagwan's Katha is sung. Now let us take another issue. Prahalad's father was a demon king, Hiranyakashipu. But why Prahalad became a devotee of Lord Vishnu? Why? Indra was afraid that Hiranyakashipu will do penance and take away his place up there. So you know what he did? He abducted the queen from the palace who was pregnant and was taking her away. Narad met her. He said, this is not right. Leave her with me. Narad took her and carried her in his ashram. Right? Now the man who likes Satsangh, he only sing bhajan. But the fellow on the next side, he go sing something else. So Narad used to be reciting kathas. While the queen listening, a long time when you're telling storytelling should be something nice in school, Once upon a time, a monkey breaking back for a piece of pomarak in a ham sackle, you know that? Right? And you want them to say, yeah, so they know you're weekend. So the queen used to be answering, but when Naraj watched her, she sleep away. But he ain't, yeah, somebody answering. The unborn child was responding to Narad. That's why when that child was born, that child became a God's conscious child. The Western world now realize that today. That what a mother does during the time of pregnancy has an effect on that child when that child is born. Nobody want to bring a child who will be trouble to this world. You want to bring a child who will be good to the Lord and His creation. You see, very important. So in that state of pregnancy, devotees, that mother who is conceiving this child, right, with the union of both father and mother in this way, right, the product will be a righteous son, the storehouse of auspicious qualities. Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Vastuka Kutyakar ko 5 din mein tak koi striyo ka ko madhur ko bhojan karta chahiye khai. It says, devotees, that night again, that type of night where the mother will conceive a good child to come into this world could never be achieved by a person who does vulgar actions with this body in this world when you're coming back here. It will not come to you, no matter how you try or how you beg for it. You have to work for it. And when is the best time to work? What we don't do, but we still have a privilege here. Whilst we are in this body, and God bless us with the time we have remained in our life, keep using it along for good purposes, serving the Lord and His creation with a good heart. On the 5th day, it tells you here, that lady devotees who is now pregnant should only eat sweet foods, right? Sweet food, which is devta ke bhojan, like sweet rice and other sweet foods and so on. Hari Om Narayan, औषध को पात्र है को बीज रूप को पुरुषवका को भार्य को अमृत रूप है को श्री श्री को स्वामी को वीर्य को स्थाकर को सुंदर को पुत्र पा को फल को प्राप्ति होता है श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. They tell you that pungent food, which means hot food, sour food, bitter food, and all these things and so on, should really be avoided. But that's the time the lady wants show. They want plenty pepper, plenty this, plenty that, and so on. You know? And remember, the baby is being fed through the mother, through the umbilical cord. All that going down there, you know, to feed this child too. All right? So it's pure food devotees, right? They should be avoided if you can. The husband devotees, in order to bring forth that child, should really prepare himself. पानपु चंदन को पवित्र वस्को आदि में को संयुक्त हो धर्म समरण कर कोई श्री का समीप को हो जाएगा. The husband has to prepare himself as the father. You have to be clean, you have to be pure, take a bath, put on clean clothes, whatever, chandan, pray to the Lord, beg the Lord. You want to have a child, but you want to bring a good child into this world. Not just by, by guess or coincidence and so on. All right? And so devotees, by eating good food, the food and all that, you see, we believe that, let me tell you something, food, Food has two aspects of it, A positive and B negative. Right? You know, as A positive is the spiritual effect it has on you. And the B negative is the nutrition of this body and what you want this body to stay healthy with. Depending on the environment food is prepared, the people who preparing the food, how it is being served, how you sit down to eat that food, offering that food or not, all that has a lot to do with your innate disposition and your upliftment or downward journey. That's why especially for prayers, we're really flexible now. Long time when you have puja, you have a bhandari kitchen. The other people know that. And you have the bhandari go be inside the kitchen. That place has to be lit with gobar. Nobody going there with no slippers and belt and all them things, you know. And it's to make there with a half a door. And he handling the food inside there. And he'll hand you over the half door. You can't go inside there. Today, there's anybody mixing up, you know, if I for a beer and he come to make roti. Eh? What they eat last night, what they think, this, that, all kind of things, janjat. And the type of preparation, the type of environment, all these that strip you of your good qualities. Very important. Well, today, not like before, long ago, anybody going anywhere, you have your roti and fry aloo with you. Think about it, think about it. Because you didn't have the more fast food outlets like today. But people used to cook them, people ain't cooking again, so, right? So you know what you prepare home, how clean and how good, no matter roti and fry aloo. If you know that is nice in the cocoa, when you hang it up on a cocoa tree and lunchtime reach. Oh, God, I said, Anna, you remember that? You're working in the land and you kill roti and fry aloo, sana roti and boiled fig. All them things and so on at lunchtime reach. You enjoy it. You ever eat roti and ripe fig? Right, yeah. All these, they might be simple, but they carry a special amount of spiritual value with it. You know, when the mother prepare at home, you know how it prepare and what you buy outside. So that father should prepare himself just as the mother devotees. And on this particular night that I tell you within after the menstruation cycle take place and so on, गर्भदान के को समय को जैसा मनुष्य को चुन के प्रवीण होता वैसा ही को स्वभाव में जो हरिओम जीव के उदर से प्रवेश करता है Then the man having devotees prepared himself in a fully spiritual manner, devotees and so on, and with righteous thoughts coming from his head, not with his head full of alcohol, all right? He should unite with his good wife devotees, all right? And through the issue of a union and seminal fluid, according to the thoughts in his mind, devotees at that time of union will be the nature of the child that is coming into the world. According to what going through, remember, through the male, the seed is coming. And what is through his mind at that point in time, what thoughts are emanating. If you're heavily under alcohol or drugs or this or that or whatsoever and so on, the type of thoughts coming through here will manifest in that seed that you are bringing into this world, devotees, as your future child. You see, it's not by guess or coincidence. Again, I may say, nobody knows what happened, right? But we have good children, and people do have good children without thinking of these factors. Thank the Lord every day for that. Thank the Lord every day for that. Because today they have children, son beating their father and mother, son slapping them. They only want them to sign over the property on their name and they put you out. This is no joke, you know. We are growing old. We have to leave it. We work hard for them. Keep your name as life interest on your property until you live in. Nobody can put you out from what is yours. The type of children you'll make, you don't want to bring a Dhundukari in this world. You want to bring a Gaukaran, according to Bhagavad Purana. So you see, devotees, this how knowledgeable this Garuda Purana is. Bhagwan Vishnu is showing us. You don't come here by guess or coincidence. Everything depends again on that logical law of karma. Right? Our present is based on the past, and the future depends on what we do with this body. Again, let me stress that what is already done cannot be undone. But ahead of us, a difference can be made. And especially for our young sons and daughters, someday in life, we live in the Grihasti ashram, which means the household alive. You'll find your partner to settle down. You want to bring a good child to develop this country of ours, to make back our Trinidad and Tobago a beautiful republic as it should be, the land of paradise. Right? If everybody should take heed. I want you, as I mentioned, any mother conceives a child, at Sandhya time, the child is born on a demon. Find out what environment a lot of women conceive children, right? What celebration, what activities have when this happened, that they have been born and they're coming up today for you and me. That is what is happening in our land today. You have to prepare, you have to beg the Lord, and when you have those children, keep blessing them. I always say to her, no matter what a child do to you as a parent, don't put your mouth on them. It will take effect. Bad, real bad. When you sarap them or you curse them, it will take the effect real bad from you as parents. Bless them still. Hope they go change someday or the other. But there are many, many situations where children are retaliating against parents. And I'm talking about with physical attacks and all these things and so on. Right? You don't want a man like Atma, they was very sorry, he begged for Dhundukari to be born. He left the house and he went to the forest and started to meditate. God and tell him, go on from here, boy. You're going to die in this thing. So we want to bring forth children who are good, nitya, and who will make a contribution. So again, our younger ones, as you grow older in life and the time will come to settle down, whatever aspect of devotion, discipline, spirituality you can practice, it will help you to achieve this. Prem se Sri Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai. So devotees, we will stop at this juncture here as customary. We normally stop at 8:30, you see. Tulsidas says, Eka ghari adhi me punyar. Little by little, simiti say, you put a bucket full on the top dripping. If you take a week, it go full. And that is how satsang is. It's ongoing. And little by little by little, by gaining knowledge and the blessing of satsang, this knowledge tends to come to us. So you are blessed this night once more with this opportunity afforded to us. Remember, Tuesday coming is our full moon katha, and it's Guru Vyas Purnima, right? So please be reminded. And Ms. Chayali, Dr. Dukiram and the family will do puja on Tuesday the 28th. We look forward to seeing you out once more. Okay? Tonight we want to express thanks to Kishore and Janki who did puja. And they did puja devotees on behalf of Mr. Lal Ramdin and Geeta. Mr. Lal celebrated his birthday on the 17th of June last year. So happy, belated happy birthday, Lal. What is that? Was it July? Last year, okay. Well, last year was his birthday too, right? So, Mr. Lal, belated happy birthday to you, 17th of last month. I know you have been here in this mandir, serving the mandir for more than 35 years as the treasurer of this temple. And may Bhagwan continue to bless you with good health and strength. And continue being the good person that you are together with Geeta. Parasad is prepared tonight by Geeta, all right, Geeta Ramdin and Mukesh Samuel. God bless. Bhojan is prepared by also Geeta, Sherry, and Mukesh. So God bless you all. When God bless you with a skill and a talent, this is the best way you could use it. All right? It will help you somewhere along the line later on. We have two announcements here. Our temple normally hosts its annual Yagya, and we have hosted a 9 nights Ramayana Yagya next month from the 14th of August to the 23rd. Right? 9 nights Ramayana Yagya. Please be advised. And we invite you to please come and join with us. The Kirai family of Junction Road in Coal Mine there, they are having a 7-night Srimad Bhagavad Purana. That is on the 2nd of August to the 8th of August. Pandita Bhiranand Sharma, he will be officiating there with others. Remember, the invitation is extended to others. Every year, devotees, we host our annual Tirat. Okay? And this year, we will be going to the Dattatreya Keshav Mandir Ashram in Balmain, Kuva. The Exchange Shiv Mandir, the Orange Valley Vishnu Mandir, and the Sivda Sadhu Temple in the sea. And we're coming back to the Karapo Shir Mandir in the Karapo there. We have free doubles we reserve for everybody. Accompanying us, we have the Eastside Fire Tasa group. All right? And the youth group normally hosts, a raffle to help them. And the contribution is only $75. You have 25 seaters. Air-conditioned buses will be going. The buses will depart from Sanigradi Hindu School at 7:30 on that morning. So many people come to the Tirat. Many people are already asking. We have tickets out, right? The $75 is ready to help with transport and so on. So you can ask anyone of management if you want tickets. I'm telling you, it's a nice day. Most of the times you'll never go to these temples, but because of the Tirat, you will end up in these places. That day is pure vegetarian meal, right? And a day of devotion. Devotees go to the temple to make offerings, arati, we have bhajan, singing, kirtan. It's a really nice day to spend in a holy environment. Okay? And this temple normally accommodates nearly 450 to 500 people go on Tirat. So remember, it's on the 30th of August. If you wish to join with us, we really will appreciate that. Our Ram Leela for this year is on stream right now, and it starts on the 16th of October, right? The Ravan will be burnt on the 25th of October. 25th, I think? Yeah? Right. Okay? Where are fellas? Come by. Come on, come here. Let me tell you what Satsangh does do. If you pass by Hindu school ground, you see the reading shed up, the Ayodhya shed is up, the Lanka, the Tasa shed is up. Come in front there. These little guys, every day on the Ramlila ground, and they work assiduously there, helping with the construction of the structures, painting and organizing. Look, he still has silver paint on his hand, watch. Okay? I'm telling you, They go out there and they make, and this is what our youths, you want them get involved in devotees. And these boys come in there and help wherever they can. So give them a round of applause for me. We want to encourage them with others. Lovely. Okay. Now, one of the things with the Ram Leela is we normally have 175 players, more than 120 children and 50 young adults. But we supply uniform for the children, but they don't bring it back every year. So right now we have about 60 outfits to sew for children. But we need people who have skill in sewing just to help us. We'll cut it and it cut already just to help us sew it. And this is for the children to take part in Ram Leela. Anybody could help us or who have the skill in sewing, and you could get onto them and they could help us. Not the whole 60, I mean, just share it up now. We'll really, really appreciate that. People really come out and support the Ram Leela also. But this is important for the children to get their outfits. So you can let us know, please, if you are willing to help us. Right? So, Bolo Shri Ayodhya Umapati Mahadeva ki jai, Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. So remember, we meet on Tuesday evening for Satnarayan Brad Katha. Let us stand, please. We join in Arti. We ask our devotees who did puja to commence the Arti, and those who wish to can come. Hari Om. Yani kani cha papani janamantar gretani ta tani tani vinashanti pradakshina parhi parhi deepanam. Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. Hari Om. Jai Jagadish Hari. Swami Jai Jagadish Hari. Bhakt Jano ke sankat, Bhakt Jano ke sankat, Jane dur kare. Om Jai Jagadish Hari. जो ध्यावे फल पावे और दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी,
दुख बिन से मन का
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे। ओ कष्ट मिटे जन का, ओ जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे,
शरण गहूँ किसकी,
स्वामी शरण गहूँ मैं किसकी। तुम बिन आवरण दूजा, तुम बिन आवरण दूजा, आश करो मैं जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
परमात्मा
और तुम अंतर्यामी,
स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर,
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर,
तुम सबके स्वामी।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
तुम करुणा की सागर,
तुम पालन करता स्वामी,
तुम पालन करता। मैं मूरख कल कामी,
खल कामी, ओ कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राण पति।
ओ स्वामी सबके प्राणपति, किस विधि मिलव दयामय,
इस विधि मिलो दयामय,
तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे।
ओ स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे, अपने हाथ बढ़ावो, अपने हाथ बढ़ावो, द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो जीवा।
ओ स्वामी पाप हरो जीवा, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो,
भक्ति बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
जय जगदीश हरे।
ओ स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। सजनों के संकट,
सजनों के संकट,
जननी दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय
जगदीश हरे।
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल,
हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल।
जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल, जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल।
जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल, जय जय सीताराम हरि बोल।
ओ हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल,
हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल।
ओ गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय,
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
और राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय,
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय
ओ
जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
बोलो श्री सीताराम सीताराम, ओ सीताराम जय।
सीताराम।
और बोलो श्री सीताराम सीताराम,
सीताराम जय सीताराम।
बोलो श्री राधे श्याम राधे श्याम,
राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम।
और बोलो श्री राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम जय राधे
श्याम। सीताराम जय सीताराम, राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम। सीताराम जय सीताराम, राधे श्याम
जय
राधे श्याम।
प्रेम से बोलिए श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय। We humble ourselves in prayerful submission, giving thanks to the Lord for these moments of togetherness that we have had in this holy environment. As we give thanks to you, Prabhu, please shower your grace, your blessing, that divine inspiration upon us, we beg of you. Hari Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham
सुरेशम
Vishwadharam
गगन सदृशम
Meghavarnam
शुभांगम
Lakshmikantam
कमल नयनम
Yogi Virdhyanagamyam
वंदे
Vande Vishnu
भावै
Haram Sarvalokaikanatam Om Tvameva Mata
च पिता त्वमेव
Tvameva Vandu
च सखा त्वमेव
O Tvameva Vidya
द्रविणं त्वमेव
Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोलिए विष्णु भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सीतापति रामचंद्र की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय, आर शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय, बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता की जय, साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय 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 सीताराम। आपकी आसन लीजिए, प्लीज टेक योर सीट्स। बी रिमाइंडेड आफ्टर रिसीविंग आरती, prasad meals are prepared. Please stay and partake, or you have takeaway service. We see you on Tuesday evening as we join in our monthly Satyanarayan Brat Katha. We try our best not to go later than 9. Thank you.
So, devotees, we would like to take this opportunity to wish Mr. Lennox Daniel, who celebrated his birthday on Tuesday last. May God bless you. May all your desires be fulfilled. And may you live to see many more.